Welcome to A Course in Miracles, where you'll discover health and well-being through inner peace. Your host is Eloisa Ramos, EFT Master and author of Beyond Self-Esteem, Discovering Your Boundless Self-Worth. Using EFT, the Ramos clearing technique, and the principles of A Course in Miracles, you'll learn how to open your mind to healing and to all that is inherently yours: deep fulfillment, vitality, joy, and inner peace.
Welcome, everyone, to today's program. This is Eloisa Ramos. Today we are exploring self-identity and whether who we are changes in time. We will be taking guidance from the teachings in lessons 89 to 102 of A Course in Miracles, and we'll attempt, with the use of EFT tapping, to connect and experience what A Course in Miracles calls our one self, or our spiritual identity. Let's start by looking at our conceptual made ego, self-image identity, and why we are not that. So, when we think about ourselves, or we look at ourselves, and when we do that with others too, we're in some way evaluating. We will be comparing and measuring attributes or qualities to be able to describe ourselves as individuals. This is how we differentiate ourselves from each other. We focus on the differences and the unique aspects between each other, and we compare that also to maybe an ideal, a definition that we have. And this we come to believe is how we can know ourselves. We do that with everything, in fact. A table is a table because it looks different than a chair. And we can describe the differences that make them separate and individual and unlike each other. And we do that with a tree and a dog. We do that with everything. So if our perception did not compare and see differences, we would not be able to see ourselves or anything as separate, a bounded individual thing, or as a body. So what we do is we give labels to these differences to describe who or what they are and what we are. I can say, I am introverted, I am intelligent, I am 54 years old, I am a golfer, I am an EFT practitioner, I am sick, I am friendly, I am bad, I am honest, I am good, etc. These are all descriptive labels that required comparison and judgment to arrive at that particular conclusion about myself. Okay. And they are also I am statements of identity. But they are true to us only in a subjective or relative way because they are dependent on specific comparisons and value judgments or definitions. And what I mean by this is that if I see myself or think of myself as friendly, for example, I have come to that conclusion based on comparing my social interactions and behaviors to some ideal that defines and distinguishes the characteristics of a, quote-unquote friendly person versus a quote-unquote non-friendly person. Okay. I can also do that between people. Maybe when I was a child, I heard someone say, "Oh, look, that person is so friendly," or maybe they commented, "Oh gosh, he wasn't very friendly now, was he? And so I begin to build this definition of what a friendly person is. You know, maybe I include in that definition, friendly people smile a lot. So I will look for that to know if someone is friendly or not. Okay. Or maybe when I was little, I overheard someone saying to my mother, or maybe they said it directly to me, "Oh, you have a very friendly child." And so I come to, quote unquote, know myself as friendly. And the point I want to make is that the conclusion or evaluation that I am friendly is self-made. And that's why I call it a self-made image, because it's like a snapshot picture of what we think we are. But it's also subjective, because it's my point of view, and it includes my own past experiences and learning. So even though many of our definitions are influenced, obviously, and we learn them from our culture, there's still going to be a unique element, because we each have unique experiences. So if I'm at a party, it's very possible that my social interactions and behaviors will be judged differently by others. So maybe someone will observe my interactions and interpret that as, in their own definition, maybe flirty, or maybe noisy, or maybe they will judge that my behavior is overstepping people's boundaries, not respecting people's boundaries. And so they might label me something other than friendly. And so the labels are interpretations, and they are not reflecting what is universally true for everyone, or what is absolutely true. They're not reflecting truth with a TH. So they're subjectively true for me, and your own self-made identities are subjectively true for you. I may not see you that way, and you may not see me that way. Okay? So because they're dependent on our perception and point of view, they are not reflecting the truth, the absolute truth about us. And so even though a lot of our perceptions are similar or do closely match each other, because we've obviously had, we were raised in similar environments and cultures, they're not going to be exactly the same. So to summarize, any conceptually made self-image or identity is referred to ego. And these are thoughts, beliefs, or self-images of what we think we are. They are basically opinions. They're not universal, absolute truth. It's what I think of myself. And if you notice this statement, the self that I am appears to be two. Okay, there's the I think, okay, the I that is doing the thinking or that has the thought, and then there's the myself, which is the self that is being thought about. And so that implies that there's two there. And that's why the Course in Miracles refers to this as splitting our mind. Because there's really not two of me. There's only one of me. And so therefore, when I think of myself in that way, both of those selves cannot both be real. So in order to make a self-image, we end up just in our perceiving mind, seeing ourselves, seeing our mind, we end up splitting our mind in order to judge ourselves. And this is what happens when we evaluate ourselves through concepts, definitions, and judgments. In short, when we see ourselves through temporal and bounded terms, we end up believing we have split our mind into two, because you're going to need one that judges or evaluates and the other that is judged and evaluated. And because this is not really possible, we cannot really split our mind. The Course in Miracles calls this process of ego self-identification unreal, and it calls the ego self-image itself unreal. And it also says that the ego thought system has no real foundation for this reason, because it has no true cause, in the sense that it is unlike eternal source, because source is eternal. And let's look at some of these ego self-made images and see what happens. Okay, if I say I am 54, I don't get to be 54 forever. I only get to be 54 for 1 year. So if I say I am a nurse, okay, this identity had a beginning, and it's going to have an end when I retire. And if I believe I am a father, okay, this also occurred in time, because because a son at some point had to be born for me to take on that label. If I say I am a body, I'm not going to be a body forever. I had a beginning in time, my birth date, and will have an end in time, my death date. So you understand that these ego identities are not eternal, but temporal and changing with time. And that's why Course in Miracles says that all beliefs are founded on the idea of time. So if we want to look at ourselves in temporal terms, we can, because we can believe anything we want about ourselves. And we can believe that it's possible to change ourselves and be anything we want. We can believe that we have the power, but it will not be the truth. What we will be changing is only our self-made image, not the true self that has been created by Source or God. So just because we can believe anything we want about ourselves, it doesn't mean that we have changed the truth, that inherent self that we are. Belief does not change truth. A Course in Miracles says that truth is rooted in eternity, not in time. So the best that we can do with beliefs is to bring them into alignment with truth or eternity. Let's look at lesson 93. Light and joy and peace abide in me. Quote, You think you are the home of evil, darkness, and sin. The self you made is not the Son of God. Therefore, this self does not exist at all. Anything it seems to do and think means nothing. It is neither bad nor good. It is unreal. And nothing more than that. It does not hurt him nor attack his peace. It has not changed creation. Unquote. So what we want to do now is invite the light of truth into all corners of our mind so we can release the fear that often shows up when we begin to look within. And this happens sometimes when we do EFT also. There's a reason why we have a subconscious mind. It's because it is out of our awareness, and this is where we can put things we don't want to see. So, yes, we're going to be afraid of what's in there precisely because we have hidden it from ourselves for a reason. We have judged it in some way negatively and tried to, disown it, disassociate from it, hide it, deny it, or whatever. So what happens is that we just assume that because we can't see the true self and it's hidden from our eyesight, that it's got to be bad, and we run away from it. Basically, we do. The ego mind has all these little tricks to try to keep us away from it, but it is an incorrect belief. And it comes from the idea that the self-made image is the true self, which it is not, and that it is bad. Lesson 93 further says, quote, "You think if anyone could see the truth about you, he would be repelled, recoiling from you as if from a poisonous snake. Today, we question this. These thoughts are not according to God's will." Unquote. Lesson 92. Quote, "Miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one." Unquote. So what we are asking is to connect to, quote, "the strength that comes from truth and shines with light its source has given it. Weakness reflects the darkness of its maker." And the maker is just basically the fearful ego thoughts. Lesson 91, quote, "What you think you are is a belief to be undone. But what you really are must be revealed to you. The belief you are a body calls for correction, being a mistake. The truth of what you are calls on the strength in you to bring to your awareness what the mistake conceals. If you are not a body, what are you? You need to be aware of what the Holy Spirit uses to replace the image of a body in your mind. You need to feel something to put your faith in as you lift it, meaning the belief that I am a body. So you need a real experience of something else, something more solid and more sure, more worthy of your faith, and really there," unquote. So this is what I would like to try to do today with the tapping, is try to help you to connect to the awareness of, quote, what the Holy Spirit uses to replace the image of a body. And so we're going to tap, and we're going to attempt to release the identification to the body and connect with the one self or spirit. Okay? I'm not going to use the official EFT only because the one that I learned from Dr. Sylvia Hartman uses a deep breathing technique that you can incorporate into the tapping. And I want to be able to help bring your attention to a resting place in the heart center area, because that will help anchor the attention in the present moment. And it's very important when you're doing tapping, when you're doing any type of work to bring about healing, that the attention is in the present moment, because that's when we release all the thinking, and we are then open to the experience or revelation of what we are in truth, which is not a concept. It's not a definition. It's not something that the thinking mind can define, precisely because it is the opposite of what conceptual thinking is, which is bounded and temporal and subject to time. So let's start. We're going to start by putting just the two palms of your hands at the center of your chest. And we're going to do the tapping with the deep breathing incorporated. What I like to do is just show you how to de-stress first, maybe doing 1 or 2 rounds. You will need to, if you'd like to continue to do this exercise that I'm going to show you, you want to be able to bring your stress down to 0. And I'm not sure that we'll be able to do that. I don't have a volunteer that I can try it on, so I'm just going to do it with myself here, and I'm going to guide you so you can do it at home with yourself. So we're just going to start with the palms of our hands, one on top of the other, and we're going to put them over the center of our chest. And we're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to use a word, and it doesn't have to be this word that I'm going to use. I'm just going to say de-stressing. Like, you're welcome to use a word like calming or relaxing or anything that resonates and helps you to release any stuck tension that you feel in your body, or any of what's currently stressing your thinking, or where your thinking's at. So we want to just take a deep breath, then release, de-stressing. And then deep breath again. De-stressing. And a deep breath. De-stressing. And we're going to go to the top of the head and tap with one hand, and we're going to take a deep breath. Release. De-stressing. What I want you to do is, I want you to bring your attention from wherever it is. I want you to bring it inside your body a little bit, like I want you to notice the breathing as it races and releases the chest cavity. So let's go to tap the middle of the forehead. Deep breath. So notice the breath coming in and out as if it was coming in and out of your chest. Okay? And then beginning of the eyebrow, keep tapping, deep breath. Release. And also notice what that release in breath is doing physically to your body as the breath releases. Notice the kind of letting go that happens in the tension in the muscles where you're holding the stress. Okay? Set of the eye. Breathe in. Release. So you're noticing the letting go of that breath and how that brings the body down. Under the eye. Breathe in. Release. So you can notice your shoulders, shoulder area, how they're letting go as the breath releases and the whole body kind of goes down. And then under the nose, deep breath. Release. De-stressing. Okay. And then the chin point. Deep breath in. De-stressing. Releasing. And then collarbone, breath in. And release. De-stressing, releasing any stored tightness in your muscles. And then, I don't know if everyone's familiar with the finger points. We're going to go to the thumb. And as you put your hand up in front of you, as you look at the back of your hand, you're going to look at your thumb, and you're going to look on the outside of the thumb, the bottom corner side of the nail. You're going to tap there, either hand. And don't worry if you're not familiar with a point. Just tap somewhere there. That's fine. Okay, take a deep breath. Release. De-stressing. Okay, we're going to go to the next finger next to the thumb in the same place, the bottom corner of the fingernail. Deep breath in. Release. De-stressing. And then the next finger, breath in. Release. De-stressing. And then the ring finger, breathe in. Release. De-stressing. Okay, and then the pinky, breathe in. Release. De-stressing. Calming, relaxing. Okay, and then you're going to go to the side of the hand right below the small finger. That's referred to as a karate chop point. And tap there, deep breath. Release. Okay, and then you come back to the center of the chest again with both palms, one on top of another. Deep breath. Release. De-stressing. And then another breath. Release. De-stressing, relaxing. And then one more breath. De-stressing, relaxing. Okay. And I didn't have you take an intensity level before you started on the stress, but I want you to notice where you are at now with your stress level. And if it's not down to zero, if you're not feeling, just kind of relaxed, if there's still tension in your physical tension in your body, or maybe there's mental tension, okay, we're going to do another round, okay? All right, so I'm going to go back to the center now, and we're going to do another round. And let's see, you can use the same word, or you can find another word that would help you relax even further. Peace is a word. So let's try the word peace. Now, if you try a word and you find that as you're tapping that it's actually bringing up resistance to it, just switch the word to something else that's not going to bring resistance. Okay? So we're going to try peace. So deep breath. Release. Peace. And when you say the word peace, you want to, as the breath goes out, just kind of sink, let the meaning of that sink into your body with the breath that's releasing. Okay, so deep breath. Peace. And I'm letting that word, that sound, that meaning kind of flow with that breath out through my body. Okay, deep breath. Peace. Okay, top of the head, deep breath. Peace. Okay, middle of the forehead, deep breath. Peace. Beginning of the eyebrow, deep breath. Release. Peace. And you want to let your body kind of resonate to the vibration of the word. Okay? Side of the eye. Breath in. Peace. And then under the eye. Deep breath. Release. Peace. And you want to follow the sound of that peace and kind of let the breath and body vibrate to that. And then under the nose, deep breath in. Peace. Then chin point, deep breath. Release. Peace. And then collarbone. And if there's some of you that are doing this that have never tapped on EFT, don't worry about whether you're not tapping in the quote unquote right place. Your intention is actually taking care of that. So collarbone, breathe in, peace. Okay, and then we're going to go to the finger points. We're going to go to the thumb point, outer side of the fingernail. Deep breath in. Peace. Okay. Then the next finger. Deep breath in. peace within me. And then next finger. Breathe in. And notice the chest rising and releasing. Peace within me. Okay, next finger. Deep breath in. Peace within me. And then small finger, deep breath. This peace within me. And then side of the hand, karate chop, deep breath. This peace within me. Okay, and then back to the center, palm over palm, deep breath. Inner peace. Deep breath, release, inner peace. Inner peace. Okay. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're all in a place of relaxation now, because what we want is we want to have the body in a place of rest and regeneration, and we want to have the attention in the present moment. Okay, and now we're going to take some of the statements from the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and we're going to start with I'm not a body. And we're going to do the same thing. You're going to, as you say the words, you're going to connect to the meaning, okay? And you're going to let that meaning kind of sink in with the breath as you release it. And then we're going to ask the question, okay, what am I? Okay, and when we ask a question, when we're doing, I ask questions all the time when I'm doing tapping, because if you're at a place of rest and relaxation and your attention is in the present moment, when you ask that question, you're not giving it to the thinking mind to answer. You're putting it out into the universe. And then all you're doing is opening up the mind in a space of peace to hear the answer, so that the answer arises and your awareness can pick it up. And what we want to do is have you notice specifically for you how the Holy Spirit, what it uses to replace that image of I am not a body, okay? Because the way that I experience I am not a body, okay? What am I? And when I connect to that I am, okay, I am going to experience it in my own way, and which to me is almost like a vibration, but is definitely a feeling, and it's basically energy, and it's unbounded. It is completely unbounded because it's everywhere. It's inside of me, it's outside of me, it extends. It has no boundary. And therefore it is just It just is. But you can feel it. Try that. Okay, so we're going to go back to the center. Deep breath. I am not a body. Deep breath. I am not a body. Okay, deep breath. Let your mind go into that statement. I am not a body. Okay, top of the head. I am not a body. Middle of the forehead. So if I'm not a body, what am I? Beginning of the eyebrow. I'm not a body. Side of the eye. Deep breath. I am not a body. Under the eye. I'm not a body, so I'm not bounded. What am I? Under the nose. What am I? Chin point. Deep breath. What am I? And then listen, just in silence. Collarbone. What am I? Listen. Thumb. What am I? Okay, next finger. Deep breath. Light, joy, and peace abide in me. Next finger. Light, joy, and peace abide in me. Next finger. What am I? Next finger. What am I that light, joy, and peace would abide in me? And then the side of the hand. What am I that light, joy, and peace abide in me? And then back to the center. Deep breath. Deep breath. We're going to go to the top of the head. Deep breath. I am as God created me. Middle of the forehead, deep breath. I am as God created me. Beginning of the eyebrow. I am as God created me. Side of the eye. I am as God created me. Under the eye. I am as God created me. Under the nose. I am as God created me. Chin point. I am as God created me. Collarbone. I have not changed. I am still as God created me. Thumb. I have not changed. I'm still as God created me. Next finger. I am as God created me. Next finger. I cannot change that. I am as God created me. And next finger. I am still as God created me. Next finger. I am one self, united with my Creator. On the side of the hand. I am one self, united with my Creator. Back to the chest. I am as God created me. Deep breath. I am one self, at one with every aspect of creation. Deep breath. I am not weakness. I am strength. Top of the head. I am as God created me. Middle of the forehead. I am not darkness. I am light. I am as God created me. Beginning of the eyebrow. I am one self, united with my Creator. eye. Deep breath. I am limitless in power and in peace. Under the eye. I am united with my Creator. Under the nose. I am the strength of the light in me. Chin point. I am one self, united and unbounded. Collarbone. I am one with every aspect of creation. Thumb. I am as God created me. Next finger. Light, joy, and peace abide in me. Next finger. I cannot be a body. Next finger. I am as God created me. Next finger. I am spirit, at one with every aspect of creation. Side of the hand. I am limitless in power and in peace. And back to the chest. I am spirit. I am one self, united with my Creator. Deep breath. I am at one with every aspect of creation. Deep breath. I am one self. Okay. Okay, so I'm grateful that you were with me and sharing in this experience. You can practice this on your own, anytime, every day. If you found resistance anywhere along there, you just need to do more rounds to release it. Or you can tap directly on the resistance if you like. And if you're interested in looking at and understanding your perception and how misleading that can be when it comes to understanding our identity, I recommend my book, Beyond Self-Esteem, Discovering Your Boundless Self-Worth. And I spend a number of chapters at the beginning really exploring perception. It's really important that you can catch yourself when you are having when you are misperceiving. to not get yourself stuck in false identities. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to the next program, and I hope that you will join me again, and blessings to everyone.
For more information about EFT, muscle testing, working with Eloisa, and to download a free version of the Ramos clearing technique, visit www.healingwitheft.com.